We're here again. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Good morning to the dumpster.
To the highly elevated trap house. Yeah, it's the nicest trap house I've ever been.
Trapping, be trapping. So, what do you got there?
Well, a nice little meal, little artisanal
Get
meal.
yourself a little omelet.
A little omelet and some potatoes.
Courtesy of chef. We chef over here.
Thank you, chef.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm starving. Sorry, I won't move things around the table.
So you know how on Twitter all these celebrities are saying if Donald Trump wins the election,
They're all saying
moving out of the country.
Yeah, the same shit they said when he won the election last time, and none of them left.
So you know one of my favorite movies is
Because America's still the greatest country in the world, even with all the bullshit. No one wants to live out of America.
right.
Yeah, let's be honest.
So one of my favorite movies is Tombstone.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah. So you know the scene where like his brother gets killed and they're like leaving the town.
Yeah.
And he like pulls up to like to Curly Bill, the leader of the Cowboys, and he's like, I just want you to know that we're leaving. So this is done, finished. And Curly Bill lifts his head up and he's like, well, bye.
Bye.
So there's a GIF for that. And under every celebrity that is posting, if Trump wins, I'm leaving America, I literally am posting that GIF on every single one. Just to be petty.
Where are they planning to move?
They're not going anywhere.
Well, where would they? What do you think? What do they think is a better? I mean, I guess if you're rich, you can go anywhere and have like the same quality of life.
Sure.
As in America. It
Sure.
doesn't matter.
Well, it depends on what you do, right? So, like, if a professional athlete who's still playing, who's certainly going to need to keep playing, they're not.
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Where the fuck are they going? So, like, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced that if Trump wins, we're leaving America. Like, and to be perfectly honest, they're probably not really saying that. It's probably some fucking propaganda bullshit, like fucking to help steer their audience in the direction that they want for voting purposes. But that being said, it's just so stupid. People are just dumb. Dumb.
Yeah, why do you want to leave America? America's awesome. I've been outside the world.
I've been into a lot of places that
You can fucking keep most of the world.
Yeah.
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 Go to Europe. You can't even get an ice cold beverage in Europe without getting diarrhea from the ice. Literally. Remember we went to Italy when we were younger? Everywhere we went, like just fat Americans were like, can we have ice? Everything they give you is warm. And they're like, oh, ice? Okay. They would look at us like crazy. I'm like, why do they look at us nuts when we ask for ice? 30 minutes later, I got diarrhea.
India was the same way. We stayed at like
India's India.
We stayed at
Italy.
We stayed at a 5-star hotel.
Don't touch the ice.
With they had a filtration system and everything, and they're like, oh, the ice and water's fine, blah blah blah.
Nope.
And my buddy who I travel with, who is Indian, he got sick.
Well, he's like American Indian.
Yeah.
Not American.
He was born in the U.S.
Yeah,
he's American Indian. Yeah, not Native American, but yeah. But anyway,
he don't have those Punjabi guts.
It's crazy. He got sick. I didn't get sick, which is two trips last year to India. The combined like month there. I didn't get sick. Thank the Lord.
Because you were just drinking tequila.
Fuck yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. I don't even need ice cubes. Just fucking just making sure it's a clean glass. That's it.
Give me the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another crazy thing about India. The fucking tequila is so cheap. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why, but like Class Azul, right?
Yeah.
Which is very expensive. Was like the same price per neat as like a Johnny Walker Black. Like whiskey was very expensive, but tequila was cheap.
Because people don't drink tequila in India. Indians in general, I know this from the liquor business, they love like scotch and whiskey. Like they don't.
Scotch and whiskey was very expensive.
That's their shit.
Yeah.
But like you go now, so the cost for like a distributor of Casa Azul in India is the same as the cost for a distributor in America, but the markup is different because people want Casa Azul. There's more of a demand for it here.
Yeah.
If there was like a demand in India for it like it is here, it would be
Dude, I was drinking
60 a shot.
I was drinking Class Azul Repo Neats, and they were like $20.
Wow.
Well, also because like the rupee is like 86 rupees to $1. But like they know the rate. They know the rate.
It's still relative though.
Yeah.
Like it's not, like if you can, a Rolex in India is going to cost you the same as a Rolex in America.
Nah, probably more.
Yeah, maybe. Well, but
so the tariffs. So the tariffs in India are
like a $10,000 item in America is still a $10,000 item in India, like luxury item.
Yeah, but things that aren't made in India, to get them in the country, the tax is almost double what the product costs. So like cars, for instance, that aren't produced in India, the tax is 110%. So if you're getting an $80,000 car, you're paying a $90,000 tax to get it into the country.
Plus the 80.
Plus the 80, yeah.
Yeah, but things like I keep saying Rolex, like it offsets when you travel though because of the tax. So then you get the tax back.
I guess it depends on the product itself, but I know cars, especially in India, are very expensive.
It's a lot of places in the world. Yeah. Like cars tend to be more money.
But you know it's crazy when you see like a brand new fucking like G-Wagon AMG driving around India, and you're like, it's a $200,000 car. Someone paid
$500,000.
Yeah.
I mean, they get that expensive in the States too. If you can get them, they're hard to get.
We went to dinner in Delhi on what's called their Billionaires Row, and it looked like a block on South Beach.
Yeah.
Like the houses were like insane. But then one block over, it's like people with no shoes.
That's like that. When I was looking into going to Tijuana for stem cell therapy, there's like that block that the cartels built in Tijuana. That if you went there, Beverly Hills, you go a block over, you might get stabbed.
Yeah.
There's nice parts everywhere. Just don't leave. Just don't leave those areas, I guess.
Yeah. I'm going. We got to get pumped up on our episodes because I'm going back soon. So
to India?
Yeah.
For how long?
I don't know yet.
They're going to pay you this time?
I only go when they pay me.
When the check fucking clears.
Yeah, I won't go until that happens. But yeah, it could be a couple months, like consecutively. I think my work visa allows me to be in country for 18 months consecutively. I hope I never have to do that, but
you should convince them that I'm like an assistant of yours and skis me a free trip to India too, and we can do a fucking
business class. Yeah, staying in a 7-star hotel.
Yeah, we can do an episode from India.
That would be sick.
That would be sick. We could do it on top of an elephant. But like, how do we get an elephant?
The thing that I don't mind about India is the treatment when I'm there. Like, we're in like 3 carpool motorcades with like armed security. We're like meeting with government officials. Like, we're eating at the best restaurants and like staying in the best hotels. I'm like,
that's cool.
I don't mind that.
Who would?
That part I don't mind.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. But just being that flight sucks. The time difference sucks.
Yeah, what is the time difference? It's
10.5 hours.
Ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a few more hours in Europe.
And it's a 14-hour flight. So it's crazy. So when you get there, you're like
a day ahead mentally.
So when you get there, you're like, yeah, it's not that bad. But when you get back, you like
it's fucked.
Lose an entire day.
Yeah.
So it essentially takes 24 hours to get home.
Yeah.
Which is like, fuck. You like leave in the middle of the night and get there 2 days later in the morning.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, like I'm not looking for it. I'm going to Spain in July.
How long is that flight?
It's like a European flight, like, but 7 hours. It's not
That's not too bad.
And then there's like, it's 6 hours ahead. So like, you're a little whacked out, but yeah, it's a long flight, man. At least they're night flights. Like all the flights over to like Spain, Portugal, that area, they're all like red eyes. Mm-hmm. So you at least, you leave at 10 and then you get there at like 7:40 in the morning.
Yeah.
But in your mind, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So whatever, you just take a little fucking nap, you rally. You wake up at like 10 o'clock and you're like, what do I do? And then you just go out and it's Europe, so everything's awake. People are just going to dinner in Spain at 10 o'clock and you just get into the thing,
Yeah. This next trip, we're going to do a week in Dubai too, because India to Dubai is like New York to Miami. It's like 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah, that's sick. I'm excited about that.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun to check out Dubai. I guess, like, if you have the money, I wouldn't want to go to Dubai like broke.
No. You
like,
can't.
This is fucking lame.
No, you got to do it the right way.
Yeah, like this is lame.
I want to race fucking supercars in the fucking desert.
Yeah.
Apparently, the housing market in Dubai is coming down substantially.
Is it?
I guess during COVID, like the height of the market, they were like getting like crazy prices, and like people were snatching up real estate. But now, like a lot of people are like starting to sell in Dubai, and they're also the government's starting to change some of the tax rulings, because a lot of international business was being domiciled in Dubai because they were getting really favorable corporate tax rates. So they're starting to crack down on that too.
Why though? Or they just keep the business coming in.
They need the commerce and more money.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like you can't just keep it going.
The problem is the UAE is, there's 5 points of the UAE. Dubai is one of them. And like there's a couple of points of the UAE that are really not good spots. Like Fujairah is like not, it's like one of the points, and it's like pretty like corrupt, and like, I guess like poverty's pretty high there too.
Yeah.
So like not everything looks like Dubai. So then it's all ruled by the same group.
I'd like to go to the Middle East. I have a customer. He lives in Bahrain. There's like a coin show in Bahrain. He was trying to get me to come during COVID. I was like, I'm not going to the Middle East during COVID. But Bahrain seems like a fucking cool place.
Yeah.
And he was piped in. He was like a coin. He was like, no, it's safe. You come. If you come do the show, I get you like a presidential pass. Like you can travel in and out with whatever. Customs won't bother you. I'm like, no shit, that's fucking kind of legit. And you can go to Bahrain, dude, for cheap. Yeah. It's cheap over there. Like hotels. I bet. You say like the nicest hotel in Bahrain is like $350 a night.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
And then I guess it's like the as for the Middle East goes, it's like they refer to it as like the Amsterdam of the Middle East. It's like the
that's what it is, really?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
They have like the most lax laws as far as like going out. Like women don't have to be in like burqas. It seems to be like the sex tourism capital of the Middle East too. There's a lot of I guess like trafficking of Eastern Europeans there. Yeah, but it's supposed to be a pretty cool place, and the food's good. I would like to go check out the Middle East. I wish it wasn't such like a war-torn area because the history is incredible. I love Middle Eastern food. I would love to check out the Middle East. Probably nice.
Yeah, I would.
Weather's
like to
cool.
do that too.
Beaches, beautiful architecture.
I remember when we were in like the mountains in like Himachal in India. We were like literally on like Nepal, Pakistan, and Afghanistan border.
It's cool, man.
It's nuts. Like the mountain ranges and stuff were crazy.
Yeah, it's got to be cool. Check out. I like
honestly
traveling.
Like that was like the craziest part about like going to India, because I think about it like when I was like younger, like especially in like early 20s, like I was just such like a sheltered child that like I probably wouldn't have probably wouldn't agree to work with this group. I probably wouldn't have like went on that trip
as a kid.
Like even in my 20s, like just being like not open-minded and like being like no, like, or like maybe just being like scared. I don't know what to, maybe not scared. I don't know what to call it. Yes.
You grew up because we grew up out east. Like how many people do we grow up with
who living next don't cross the Shinnecock Canal?
Literally 2 hours away from arguably the greatest city in the world.
Not anymore.
It's still cult. Don't shit on, don't be one of those people who shit on New York, because New York City's still New York City. Okay, all right. It's still a hub for fashion, culture, art, food, nightlife. It's still New York City. Yeah, there's some shit going there. There's always shit going in New York City. It's still a great city. But the point is, how many people do we grow up with that have never gone into New York City? Growing up out east.
I don't know how
like, that's
possible.
Fucking weird. Like, forget about what New York's turned into. I don't care. I don't live in Manhattan. It doesn't matter to me. But like, how many people do we grow up with?
Well, think about people that like
those rednecks from out east who just, I'm not going into the city. It's like, why?
Even like outside of traveling abroad, right? Like, how many continental U.S. states have you been to?
I don't know. Not that many, I guess.
Me and our sensitive...
Like been to, or like drive through, or like just collectively like been.
I mean, I guess drive through counts. Sure, drive through counts. We'll count it for this.
Boston, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, California. I mean, like 10.
Yeah, me and our sensitive friend were talking about this because when he was stationed in Oklahoma, I flew out to Oklahoma and then we drove back to New York. So like that trip alone, we drove through like 12 states.
Yeah.
Like I've been to Arizona, Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas.
Driving through?
No, I've like been to those states. And then driving through, I've been through Missouri, Illinois, Pennsylvania, all the way, from Maine to Florida, like Louisiana. Like I've been through those, like I've been like, so I've like been to like almost 40 states.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But like, so our boy Henry, he sent me this this meme literally this week. It was really funny because it was talking about like there's a town in Missouri, it's called Uranus. And they have this like big fudge factory. Really? It's called Uranus Fudge Factory. And like the meme was because they just got a new like neon sign.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've been there. And I literally went through my phone. I scrolled through like to a couple years ago when we took that road trip. I literally had a picture of their old sign. And it was like Uranus Fudge Factory and Gun Shop.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the combination things of like down south. Like in Charlotte, there's this place called Wyatt Gun and Coin. Shout out Wyatt Gun and Coin. It's the largest gun shop in North Carolina. And they have a coin shop inside of there.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Combo. They always do the cool combo things down south.
In West Palm, they have Gator guns.
So next to a strip club.
It has an adjoining door to Spearmint Rhino.
It's fucking sick.
You could enter the strip club from the gun shop.
That's so awesome. You imagine buying a Glock and getting a lap dance.
Or go to the shooting range and then going back and
It's awesome.
back and forth. You're imagine you go with like a party of guys and you're like shooting guns and like when whoever's turn it is, and then when you're waiting, you're in the strip club.
It's like an awesome bachelor party.
It's a pretty awesome experience.
It's a pretty awesome experience. America's awesome. So everybody's like, I want to go here, I want to go there.
America, fuck yeah!
It's like I want to go to, I want to go to the Amalfi Coast, but like
I'd like to check out New Orleans. Like there's like
I love New Orleans.
I
have a lot of family there.
I'd love to go to Washington State, Colorado. Like there's so many places in America I haven't gone to that I would love to go to. Like why do I got to go to Europe? I want to go see America.
I mean, I like to visit Europe too. Like when I went to Europe, I enjoyed like visiting there. But like, there's places that like enjoy the history. Glad I left. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a hot take. I don't think Paris is that cool. I think it's a shithole.
I know a lot of people.
People are really fucking rude. It's really fucking dirty. There's a lot of crime. Like, I don't think Paris is that nice. When I went to Paris, I was not that impressed.
I know a lot of people the same thing. It's like,
and the people are disgusting.
People are disgusting.
Disgustingly rude.
I think the key is with like when going to Europe, right? Like you got to take the major cities with a grain of salt, but it's the shit outside of the cities. Like I remember when I went to Italy, we were in Rome. Rome's cool. It's like fucking Manhattan. Yep. It's an older version of Manhattan. But then you get on the train, you go from Rome to Florence and all that shit in between. Yep. I'm like, that's where I want to go. Like you could keep the Nigerians selling fake handbags in Rome. I want to go to like Tuscany.
Where it doesn't smell like poopy water?
It smells like shit everywhere. Literally.
They haven't upgraded the aqueducts in fucking 1,000 years.
They invented plumbing and they haven't improved it since fucking Julius Caesar. Like, that's the thing with Rome. All over Italy, it smelled like shit. Florence was awful. It smelled like shit. The entire fucking city of Florence smelled like poop.
Yeah.
It's like you guys invented plumbing and you haven't fixed it.
No upgrades.
No upgrades since the Ides of March, huh? Okay,
it's like the U.S.'s grid.
I guess, but you know what? We still got fucking power.
For now.
And we got clean ice. I can eat all the ice in America I want without getting diarrhea. So that's
challenge accepted.
That's a win for America. I don't
challenge. I don't think you can in Flint, Michigan.
I was say in Flint, Michigan, you can use the ice, but Detroit. I'd like to check out Detroit. John, his friend, has a dispensary in Detroit, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys got to come down. Like, it's fucking awesome here. It's coming up. It's like, and it's on the come up. There's a lot of money into Detroit now. Like, it's not going to be a terribly shitty city for much longer.
They've been saying that for 30 years. It's still a shitty city. My boy Sack, he works for the mayor's office in Detroit, and like 10 years ago, he was trying to convince like me and all my friends to like invest in buying blocks in Detroit
for $12
for like $1,200. You can buy a fucking house.
Can you still buy them for $1,200?
No, they're like $50,000 now.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's not nicer. It's still fucking just as dangerous and just as fucking shitty.
Yeah, I mean, it takes time though. Like mass gentrification takes time. It'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
Because then I asked him, I said, I'm like, where do Detroit Pistons? Like, where do they live? And he's like, oh yeah, and it's like he named the area. Yeah, it's like
Bloomfield, Michigan,
which is nice,
really fucking nice,
nice. Yeah. So Detroit's just kind of a
I mean, even the fucking where they play, the fucking Palace or whatever the fuck it's called now, like it's not in fucking Detroit. Yeah, it's like outside of Detroit. Yeah, I think the football stadium is in fucking Detroit.
It's like in Detroit proper. Yeah. I don't know. Every major city's a shithole. You ever been to Baltimore? Yeah. What a fucking dump. What a dump Baltimore is, and that sucks because Baltimore is a super cool fucking city.
A girl,
super cool city, like Felts Point, beautiful, dude, so cool. You go to like there, I can't remember the area, but it's like their Williamsburg type area of Baltimore. I was there last time for a coin show. Went to this killer fucking Afghani restaurant. It was incredible, dude. I'm like, this is nice. This isn't like, but downtown Baltimore is a a shithole.
Yeah.
Like Theo Vaughn said, Baltimore, it's a good place for oysters and to get murdered. Like
100%.
100% true.
A girl we grew up with, her youngest brother, he's actually like a Baltimore Metro cop.
That sounds like a terrible life choice.
I mean, he played Division I college football, and he's like 6'5", like 300 pounds. So like, or maybe he's not 300, maybe he's like 280. He's in good shape, but like he's a big boy.
I still wouldn't want to make me be a fucking cop in Baltimore, dude. Metro
Agreed.
Baltimore. I
Agreed.
don't care if I was Superman. I wouldn't want to be a cop in Baltimore.
Yeah,
That place is rough, dude. Yeah, Baltimore is interesting. There's always some scandalous shit going on. A few years ago, there was this coin dealer leaving because it's the big Baltimore coin show. It's every year. It's a huge show, and it's at the convention center.
Does he get robbed?
Well, no, but this guy probably like I don't know him. It's like a story from my other friend probably like 10 years ago, and it was known he had like $1 million of gold. He was doing a deal. He had $1 million in gold in his bag, and another dealer set him up, hired a couple of thugs from Baltimore to rob him outside of the convention center. 3 guys came up to him, approached him to rob him. They didn't know that this 85-year-old
carried a gun.
No, was just a bad motherfucking retired Marine.
Oh, geez.
Yo, old boy beat the fucking shit out of these 3 thugs. They like came out. Yo, he fucking beat the shit. Like cracked the 2 of them. The others like ran across the street. The cops came. Everything. They all got arrested. The old guy, the cops, they all got arrested. And the guy was like, the guy's like, yeah, man, he just started beating us for no reason. The cop's like, the guy's like, that's not what happened. He's like, put me in the room with him. He'll tell you exactly what happened. And like it being both, the guy's like, okay, and the cops like let the guy in the room with like the guys who robbed him, and the guy was, he's like, no. They like gave the whole thing up. They gave up the dealer who set him up. It was a whole thing. But yeah, like he almost got robbed for $1 million in gold, but he beat the shit. So don't fuck with old retired Marines, dude.
Yeah.
They're hard motherfuckers, man.
I just
all you need is 30 seconds, right? 30 seconds of like old man strength. That's it.
Oh, for sure.
You don't even need 30 seconds.
We learned at a young age, like if you get surrounded by a group, if you hit the first one really fucking hard, everyone's going to rethink it.
You got to hit the biggest and the loudest one.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Hard enough.
No,
it's hard enough.
If you crack one of them, they'll all rethink wanting to get involved.
Yeah.
I just saw a video actually on Twitter. It's like this old guy who's like getting approached by like 7, like they call him like teenager, like wannabe thugs.
Yeah.
And they like surrounded him. And I guess they were trying to rob him or something. He literally looked the first one in the eye and then hit the one behind him with a spinning back fist.
Sick.
Scattered the entire group.
That's sick. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
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 I wish a motherfucker would. I hope some gypsies try and rob me in Spain.
Dude, my hip sucks. My back sucks. Like, I don't want that. I don't have good 30 seconds left. I got a good 15 maybe.
You just got to hit him once. Nothing wrong with your fist, bro.
No. We got to pay some bills. Speaking of a bad back and hip, do you know what I do when my back and hip are barking?
Did you defend yourself against an angry mob of teenagers in a shitty democratic state?
Are you sore and worn out from fighting off the young?
Are you an 80-year-old retired Marine?
Then use Flower of Life CBD roller.
Everything.
Smoke
a Flower of Life CBD joint. Eat a gummy. Get the roller.
And now use promo code BeBetter20 for all your CBD needs. You get 20% off all orders.
FOLCBD.com.
BeBetter20.
Bing. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
We timed that perfectly.
Yeah, look, it's a perfect ad read. We just got to fix it.
We're just getting better with that. Yeah, I like it. We should start doing fake ad reads for Zyn. I want a Zyn fucking sponsorship.
I don't know
bad.
if the Nelk boys don't have it yet. I don't think we're gonna get it.
I don't think
they gave Tucker Carlson that giant Zyn tin for fucking
but who the Nelk boys or Zyn?
The Nelk boys.
Yeah, they just made it.
Yeah, but still, it was.
I don't think I think it's like a thing. I don't know if you can do like tobacco sponsorships anymore. I might be wrong. The fuck do I know? Well, it's nicotine. It's a controlled substance.
I mean,
it's state regulated. You need to be 21 to buy it.
So many podcasts way more popular than us that fucking are obsessed with Zyn. I mean, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, you can just
openly speaks about how much he loves Zyn.
You can just shout out Zyn. You don't have to be sponsored by it. It's not illegal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, a shout out to Zyn. I haven't smoked a cigarette
We're
since.
not going to do a fake ad read. We're going to do a real ad read for our real sponsor.
You should just make our own nicotine pouches.
I met a guy in the city that was doing that, and I was like, he's like, I was like, I love Zins. I was like, can I try it? He's like, oh, the prototype's not out yet. I'm like, so you just have an idea, but you don't have anybody to do it?
I mean,
that's the point of what we talked about, having charisma to convince smart people to do the work for you.
No, that's not like an app idea. This is just like, to me, I look at like Zin, if we wanted to create our own liquor brand.
Right.
If we had the money, within a couple of months, we could have a pallet of liquor with our label on it. Very easy.
No.
It's just a matter of money.
So let's talk about Zin.
It's got to be
How would you improve it? Like, what would you do to improve it?
I wouldn't improve Zin. Like,
you just want a competing product.
I just want my own fucking Zin tins.
So
dude.
what's your barrier to entry of the market? Like, what's keeping you out of it?
Me personally?
Like, put the fucking fake business hat on and let's
I don't know. It's all branding.
Brain work this.
It's all branding. You could just make a different type of thing. This is a 6 milligram Zin.
Right.
I'd like maybe a 10 or a 12 milligram.
Don't they make 12 milligram? There's competing companies that make 12 milligram.
Yeah, but they're not as good. Zin is a superior product.
Yeah.
I tried them in North Carolina. I bought those 12 millis. They didn't like have the right taste.
Maybe they did the
Zin is the superior product.
Maybe Zin did the feasibility studies prior and know that 6 milli is the perfect amount.
No.
Before there's an issue or something. I don't know.
No.
Because people are tossing 2, 3 of those in their fucking mouth at the same time.
I fucking put 2 on the ride up here.
You're a sick boy.
Get dialed in, bro.
Real dialed in.
Real dialed in. Yeah. Now I wouldn't
listen to that Joe Rogan, Cat Williams podcast on the way up.
I did.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So you would make it a 10 milli or a 12 milli.
I would just have like probably a 10, or I would have different options. I would do a 6 and like a 10 or a 12.
I wonder if there's any regulation issue or something in certain states. Because I haven't seen, you know how we saw in North Carolina, we saw the competing like 12 milligram, whatever.
Yeah, but I've also I found that same brand in another gas station in Long Island.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So like, I don't know. I got these from 7-Eleven.
And you saw them in 12 milligram in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was like a bullshit gas station. 7-Eleven's different. So I don't know if 7-Eleven could do that. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to imagine it's probably a lot more expensive to do a brand like this than a liquor brand. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't know. I mean, there's tobacco reps, but can you go in and, like, if we had a liquor brand, I could just go into liquor stores and sell the liquor.
I mean, when we had the beer company, we got the beer in 7-Eleven.
Yeah, but that's so
similar process, right?
I guess the process is probably the same, and it's like
shelf placement versus
it's like anything,
demand, right?
The ease of getting a liquor brand into a mom and pop shop versus like a Total Wine, or like a Stu Leonard's, like where you got to go through chains, you got to put they ask for like a whole page, you got to pull all your specifics, the SKU, everything like that. It's probably the same thing. It's just fucking money, dude. But I'd have to imagine there's a company you can white label these like very easily. There's got to be a company out there where you can be like, oh, I want this, and then you just send them the shit. I can't imagine.
Would you change the tin?
I like the tin. I would make it easier to, like, you got to line it up to open it.
Yeah,
it's like the child safety thing. It's fucking hard. Like if I'm driving, sometimes like or like it's dark, you got to line it up. I would make it an easier opening experience.
You make it like the Trident gum with
cubes,
like the
little pop. Yeah. Maybe some light improvements. I mean, but it's a superior product.
Right.
It works.
Yeah.
I haven't smoked a cigarette since April.
Who makes Zin? Is it like a Philip Morris product or something?
No, I think it's a Swedish company. Swedish Match, NALLC, Richmond, Virginia.
Interesting.
So it all tends to come out of Richmond.
Which is where all the cigarettes come from.
Yeah, which would lead me to believe it's probably like a Philip Morris or affiliated Philip Morris, like co-packing.
Licensed deal or something.
Co-packing
They have
facility.
the U.S. licensing.
Probably. And they co-pack it. It's probably like going to Pall Mall for liquor, like the big IBC containers of liquor. It's probably the same concept. So it's probably the same thing as the liquor industry. It might be a little, there might be more paperwork involved. But I'd have to imagine it's like the margins aren't very good because these only cost like $6.
You don't think the margins are good?
I don't know. I mean,
margins have to be good.
I mean,
how much do you think they cost to make that?
I don't know, dude. I mean, these are you can get these for like $5 to $6 at stores. So like, what's the cost? What's the cost to the store? I wonder. Half? They double up? I don't know. I don't know the cost spread on tobacco products. because I know the taxes are high. Like a pack of cigarettes only cost $9 or $8, but then with the applicable taxes, it's like a $13, $14 thing. So I don't know what the real cost on these are. If they're selling,
can't be much.
Yeah, I mean,
there's got to be a margin there. There's a reason.
If they're selling them for $6, what do they cost? $4, $3.50, $2.
Think about it. They're probably I
mean, I can't imagine
$2.50 maybe. I can't imagine $3.50 per tin.
Yeah, I can't imagine their cost is more than like $1 on these things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're made. I don't really know.
I mean, it's just shitty. This is what they probably make these for fucking 5 cents. These little plastic things, and then I'd be shocked if this cost Zyn more than like $1.50 to get it to consumers.
Yeah,
maybe a little more, because I can't imagine the profit margins are that high. If this only costs 7-Eleven $2 and they're charging $6, I can't imagine they're making
where they got the name
$4.
Zyn from.
It's a Swedish thing, man. I don't know.
It's like Zyn is like the Swedish version of Zen. It's the feeling you get when it hits you.
I don't know. But it is like the perfect brand, because like think of like the Zyn culture, like Upper Decky, buddy, and fucking mayor of Zimbabwe, Tucker Carlson. There's like so many, like, because then it got big with the hockey culture, so it's fucking kind of fascinating. Like if it was named anything else, you couldn't call Tucker Carlson Tucker Carlson if that was called something else. Like
nicotine, salt, and other food grade ingredients.
Yeah, it's nicotine, it's salt and flavoring. There's nothing like. I don't know if they're that bad for you. I don't think there's enough long-term studies to show that, like,
wow, there's girls that are fucking Upper Decky fucking 6 millis all day long.
Yeah, why not? Because the effects of nicotine are kind of sweet, but like smoking cigarettes is gross.
When you're a little faded, like drinking, and you pop one of these too, oh my, goodbye.
Yeah.
Last time I did that, a girl pulled a knife on me in Greenport.
I mean, I get, like, if you're not I came into Zins as like a pack and a half a day smoker.
Yeah.
So I see, like, if you never were a smoker and you got in and you threw
I've never been a smoker.
Yeah, and you throw a 6 million there. Yeah,
get real charged up.
Because sometimes, like, on an empty stomach, like the first Zin of the day, those things fucking hit and you get a little burpee, like, a little burpee. Yeah. I could imagine if you, like, never had a cigarette in your life and you put a 6 milli Upper Decky in there, dude. Yeah. Fuck, bro.
Yeah, bro. I've never been a smoker, but I like Zins. And, like, it's like, oh, yeah.
Zins are awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I love the Zin. Go smoke on a plane. Because I used to travel a lot. I used to hate, like, that feeling of, like, having handcuffs on. Like, I need to, like, I got to smoke 3 cigarettes like a fucking crackhead, get my heart rate up before I go stay on, like, a security line. And now I can't. Now I'm in the airport and I can't smoke a cigarette for fucking the next 6 hours. And then the first thing I would do, I would get out of the airplane and smoke a cigarette. Like, that's gross, dude. It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Now with, like, the invention of, like, the Benjamins, like the weed pens, and this, I could stay dialed in the entire time I'm going to, like, travel. I could just fucking pop a Zimbabwe in the plane, rip the fucking Benjamin. I won't rip a pen on an airplane, though.
I see people do that.
People do it, but that's fucking sketchy, like, dude.
Yeah, like that's girls blowing into their fucking purses and shit.
That's sketch. That creates a lot of smoke. And you think, they don't make a fire alarm go off. Like, yeah, they fucking do. Yeah.
I saw that in, like, some Bill Burr Netflix movie. He's, like, at a motel smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
And the guy's vaping, like, that's, like, cleaning the rooms. And he's like, sir, there's no smoking. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing then? He's like, I'm vaping.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not smoke. And he goes, then what's coming out of your mouth? And he's like, sir, it's the policy at the hotel. And he's like, it's not a hotel, it's a motel. He's like, see, serial killer doesn't have to get into an elevator to come kill me. He just come right to my door. I love fucking Bill Burr.
That was a good. What was that, like, Old Dads?
Old Dads, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Was a good movie.
Yeah,
it was all right.
It wasn't that great.
It was actually the movie kind of sucked.
Yeah,
you could tell Bill Burr just got, like, a lot of money for that, and fuck it.
Well, I mean, that's Netflix just has money because they're just putting out shit movie after shit movie. I just watched a movie the other day.
Every now and then they drop
the new Adam Sandler movie. Oh, that's called Spaceman.
I thought it just came out today. Yesterday.
I literally just watched it yesterday.
Oh, it just came out yesterday.
Yeah, while you were coming up here, I watched it. So I
saw the preview.
A horrible fucking movie.
It's not good. Yeah,
it's terrible. It's not a comedy. He's like a serious role. Yeah. But, like, it's a shit movie.
But that's what Netflix does.
They make a dog shit movie.
They make these movies where, like, you don't need much more, like,
that's
space than this.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah. You brought that up. A few months ago we were talking about that. How, like, the one room fucking movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that essentially was what it was. He's pretending to be in like a fucking, like a fucking.
It was a green screen. Probably all on green screen.
Nah.
Well, like some set
because he's like
stuff.
inside of a fucking like spaceship, traveling through space.
So they built like a space set.
Yeah, it's like a fucking like the International Space Station. Or some shit.
The point is they made a movie with Adam Sandler, probably in a studio, and then like a rented house.
See, my idea for the movie, I don't even know if I should give it away.
Wow.
Like the way I thought the movie was going to play out made so much more sense to me. But then it was just like it turned out. I don't want to spoil it for you.
I'm probably not going to watch it.
Okay.
Spoil it. Okay. I don't give a fuck.
So he's isolated and like he's on a mission, but the mission seems to like be going wrong.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, what probably happens, the reality is he probably gets like goes crazy. Hallucinating from like isolation, cabin fever in space. Right.
Yeah.
But in the movie, there's like this like
a spider thing. I saw the preview.
Right.
Yeah.
So my idea, what the movie the way the movie should have went is this space spider was real and it was like talking to him and like getting in his head to make him more and more depressed. And like, so that he ended up like either offing himself so the spider would eat him or like the spider is just like trying to like befriend him to like trick him into eating him. But then it just turned out that he was just isolated and like hallucinating.
This one completely crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the extended
motherfucker.
I saw the extended.
Got me.
Yeah, I saw the extended preview and like I watched it. I was like, oh, I get the movie. I just watched the movie.
It was so slow, so boring, and so somber. Like his fucking, I had to turn the volume way up to even hear what like the monologue was, and it was just like this like tone of like
lame.
This sad, somber tone.
I kind of hate when like, comedians they get old and they're like, I want to make serious films. And
I mean, like, Uncut Gems was a good one.
That
bro, I
can honestly say, Uncut Gems might be the best movie that I've seen, that like a new movie that's come out in like the last 7 years. Like start to finish, that movie was fucking great.
I can't tell you the anxiety that I had the entire time.
Bro.
Like literally, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like I feel like it's happening to me. Like this guy is like driving me.
I remember
like,
45 minutes into that movie, I'm like, I got to pause this. I got up. I was, my back was so sweaty. I had to go.
The way he acted, the way he talked, and just like every move that he made, you're like, Jesus, dude. Like,
degenerate. That was such a great movie.
That was a good movie.
He should have won an Oscar for that.
I think so.
He pissed off the Jews with that movie, though. That was the thing.
Why he gave away too many fucking secrets of the Diamond District?
It was the depiction of like what he gave to them. They didn't like it. He pissed off a lot of people with that movie.
I feel like that's pretty accurate for that area.
And it was a really accurate movie. Like there was a lot of people, like the guys that he pawned Kevin Durant's ring to, those two people, those are real. Yeah. Those are real 47th Street. Yeah. Like diamond dealers. That was, and like being a coin dealer, it's not the same industry, but it's kind of the same industry. Like that movie was fucking spot on, dude. Like that movie was insanely good. But I think that might be one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
It was a good movie.
It's a great movie. I haven't seen any good movies, man.
Yeah.
Not
really a lot of good movies coming out.
There's not. There's no need to. No one needs to make good movies.
Well, because of streaming too. Everyone wants the streaming. So then the studios are putting out movies that can go to streaming, not to the major movie theater, and they're cutting back on things. It goes back to like the one room fucking shots.
The one room
for
shot,
the entire fucking movie.
No good original ideas. Even what's a new Netflix series.
I gotta tell you, we have pitched through this platform. We have pitched 3 awesome movies, maybe 4. And I have another one.
The Mussolini one is still the best.
The Mussolini one's amazing.
Amazing.
I don't know, though. The Daniel Craig North Korea spy one's pretty fucking good, too.
That could have been a good one, too.
Yeah.
That could be a good one.
Yeah.
That would have to be like a comedy, though.
Yeah. Somebody commented and they're like, I see Seth Rogen all over this. I'm like, no, I want like a serious actor to play this comedian spy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It would be funnier to see like Daniel Craig in like a, satire, like, comedy.
You ever see that?
Like a James Bond, but like funny.
You ever see that movie, the Glass Onion?
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, that's like Knives Out, right?
Knives Out. Yeah, that's a good movie.
I mean, it's kind of like, to me though, that it seems like that is a copy off of Death on the Orient Express.
I don't think I've seen that.
No, well, it's a remake. But like it's like. He gets invited to take this trip and he's like a master detective known around the world. Gets invited to take this trip. Someone gets murdered, and then he figures out the whole thing, and then it's a big reveal at the end. It's very similar. It like seems like a copy almost. So they have like Death on the Nile, Death on the Orient Express.
They just don't make good original movies anymore.
And those are remakes anyway.
Even like Netflix, they got a new The Gentleman series they're coming out, which is like a series.
Well, Guy Ritchie's doing it.
Yeah, but it's like based off that Matthew McConaughey movie.
I think it like
dude, it's the same.
He's the same character.
It's not like that. It's like his son or something.
Yeah. It's years later, and it's his son.
Yeah, it's like the same the underground like weed farm, everything. I'm like, they just couldn't come up with like another, like a better idea.
Well, I think that
was a good movie though.
That was a great.
That was a fucking awesome movie.
I mean, that was a great movie.
Awesome movie.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
Yeah. Charlie Hunnam's fucking sick in that movie.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey is good in that movie. He was great.
And
Colin Farrell was
they pull a knife on him, trying to fucking get him to give up his fucking money in his phone.
Yeah.
And he fucking pulls out a fucking SMG.
Yeah, he does.
And you know how badass that is because like guns are so illegal in the UK.
Yeah, so illegal in the UK.
Yeah. They're automatic fucking SMG.
Just spraying everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick movie.
That was a sick movie.
Yeah.
I'd like to make movies.
Bro, I have so many movie ideas.
I like to make a documentary. I've been obsessed with the idea of making a documentary.
The donut documentary?
The donut documentary.
Yeah.
The California donut documentary.
We talked about that before. It's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
I think it's been done already, though. Didn't we look it up?
I don't think so.
It's called The Donut King.
No, that wasn't about. I'm talking like the history of like all the Korean.
That was our.
donut
I think that
shops.
was our first movie idea because remember we turned it into a fucking serial killer of the fucking donut shops using fucking human parts in the fucking donuts.
Yes.
Like Christopher Walken. I don't know why, but every movie idea I have involves Christopher Walken.
I just made fresh bear claws.
What's that savory taste you say?
Oh, you like Krellas?
Yeah, I have so many roles for Christopher Walken. Whoever his agent is, reach out to me.
How sad are you?
I could write some things.
When Christopher Walken dies.
I saw him in an interview recently. He just looks very old.
I mean, he's got to be very old.
Yeah. I mean, he was on the boat when what's-his-face killed his wife.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, who was he on the boat with? Him and...
Is it Robert Blake or... No,
it was...
who was it?
Oh, my God.
Allegedly killed his wife.
Allegedly. Yeah, who was that? Whatever. You've been in Hollywood since the 70s. You probably killed somebody, Christopher Walken. You've definitely seen like a dead hooker at a party before. 1,000%.
Yeah, and they were like, all right, guys, grab her legs.
Yeah, definitely. 1,000%.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
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 Must be cool.
Yeah.
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 Good Christopher Walken movie. What's a good one? True Romance.
King of New York.
King of New York. True Romance is like a Christopher.
Suicide Kings.
Suicide Kings is a good one.
That's a good one.
It's an awesome movie.
Yeah. Dennis Leary's a fucking G in that movie.
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt's
What does your mother sew?
Get her to sew that.
Yeah, Christopher Walken. Yeah. I like him. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to make a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once our fake business idea of the AI based OnlyFans management platform hits, I'm gonna spend all my money on making bad movies.
Okay. So I'm ready to pitch my movie.
I'm ready.
So I came up with this movie like years ago when I was on extracurricular substances.
Things.
I was on Things with a group of friends at a nightclub, and none of us were talking to anybody. All guys. We were just talking in a circle, talking to each other, and I made this entire movie. Like literally storyboarded this whole movie in front of them. Okay. You're wearing jeans.
Yeah.
You know your zipper?
YKK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my movie idea it's called Haberdasheries, Things of That Nature, and Such, ... 4 dots, ... Okay? And what it is, it's a young haberdasher in New York creates this revolutionary zipper to take over the YKK empire.
Yeah.
Because YKK zippers are on everything.
It's a monopoly.
Yeah. So in this, and everybody's telling him to, he has a day job and he quits to pursue this. And everyone's telling him he's going to fail. Everybody knows YKK.
Yeah.
And he, So in my movie, Vin Diesel plays the haberdasher.
Just talks like this the whole time.
Yeah. And Christopher Walkin plays like the owner of YKK. And he like tries to like buy him out. He like tries to like, get it to not go to market. And like, it's just like makes it easier to like, zip your pants up or whatever, zipper never breaks or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, that was my original movie idea.
That's awesome.
It's a great movie.
It is a great
It's a great movie name.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haberdashers and things of that nature. Haberdashery. Because that's what, did you know that's what a haberdashery does?
He makes zippers?
Accessories for clothing.
Oh, really?
So buttons, zippers, these little like rivets on your pants. Yeah, that's all haberdashery.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who owns YKK, I wonder?
I don't know.
You imagine it's
Chinese.
It's got to be like
Chinese.
Like some obscure thing.
I have an idea. China.
No, probably not. It's probably an American company.
I don't know. Do you have YKK on your...
Everybody's got YKK on the zipper.
I don't.
No, I got Lucky. These are Lucky jeans. I got
OP1.
I got a 4-leaf clover on my zipper.
Maybe YKK's gone. I got OP1 on mine.
I wonder.
Interesting.
I'm sure there's like some kid going around all coked up in Manhattan, and it was like, who is that? Oh, that's Milton. This is the heir to the YKK fortune.
That's probably a fucking huge fortune.
Probably.
It's like all those obscure things that people are just worth billions of dollars.
My brother went to a school with a kid whose great-grandfather has the patent for plastic bags. Like plastic bags.
Yeah.
Like a fucking grocery
like a
store.
Ziploc bag?
No,
just like a grocery bag?
grocery store plastic bag. He invented the plastic fucking bag and like holds the patent.
They're probably hurting now.
No, really
I've been trying to get rid of those bags for years.
trying. The fucking Suffolk County.
Years.
New York, the only asshole fucking state that does that. Actually, I think it's just Suffolk County. I think you can get a plastic bag in Nassau County. They charge you for bag. That's you know what grinds my fucking gears? You know what?
We just went to the grocery store here. They didn't have plastic bags.
They didn't?
No, you got brown bags. Or you could buy your own of those like recyclable ones.
Yeah, but they don't charge you for the brown bags. In Suffolk County, they charge you
5 cents.
5 cents.
Yeah.
Which, okay, but talk about they don't make things the way they used to. I remember paper bags as a kid. Those things were fucking
durable.
Dude, every time I get a paper bag at a grocery store, by the time I get back to my car, the fucking thing rips in half. There's such shit, low quality paper bags. They
They
ask
need to use a heavier quality paper.
They don't, because they want to charge you for the bag. The bags were always free.
Yeah.
Right? Because like, why would they charge you? You just got fucking whacked at grocery store.
Yeah.
Here's a free bag to put your fucking shit in. Now they charge you 5 cents a bag, and the quality of the bag is so bad consistently. They're like always like they're paper thin, these bags.
Interesting.
So when I go to self checkout and they say, "How many bags did you use today?" I always select 0. I always steal the paper bags. Fuck you. You want to charge me 5 cents for a paper bag? Make it a good paper bag. These paper bags suck.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pissed off, not happy about it. You know.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Use the heavier fucking quality paper.
Use a hevier paper
with
bag.
the good adhesive.
That's what I'm saying. The paper bags they rip.
That fucking adhesive from Clydesdales, you know?
And I always forget my reusable bags. That's actually probably the biggest win as an adult. I feel like the biggest adult ever when I go to the grocery store and say, nope, I need to get my reusable bag out of the trunk. And I roll in
I have my own bags.
Yeah, and I roll in there with like the reusable bags. I feel like such an accomplished adult when I do that. And I never remember. I always have the bags in my car and I never remember to pull the bag out.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
That is bullshit.
It's fucking bullshit.
Found a new page.
Wow.
It's called Germans Aren't the Best Engineers, ? So everyone starts off with Germans aren't the best engineers, ? And then it goes, then what's this then?
Yeah.
And it's like something the Germans invented. So I'll just do one. So it's an ice tray, right? But it's like perfectly made so that when you take it out of the tray, it goes into a 6-pack of beer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Germans made that?
Yeah. Germans aren't the best engineers. Then what's this then? I mean, that's just an example. There's so many more better ones, but that's the one that stood out to me the most.
Germans are the best engineers, though.
Yeah.
Like, they make the best cars.
By far.
By far.
Yeah. I love German cars.
They made microwaves. Supersonic flight. The Germans are responsible for a lot of cool things.
Yeah, by that rationale, the nuclear bomb.
Yeah. The Germans are responsible for a lot of cool things.
Me and your brother were talking about German companies that have like the fucking dirty fucking history.
All of them?
Yeah.
Every single one of them?
Even
the non-German companies like Bayer that was like getting the Germans to send them Jews to experiment on.
Or IBM.
Or IBM.
That was made the catalog system for keeping track of the Jewish people.
It's crazy.
Fucking nuts.
Nuts. But
international business machines.
Yeah, every company has dirty history behind it.
100%.
Right?
I mean, everything. The history is just engulfed in the dirty, dirty secrets that nobody wants to tell.
Nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know how the cell phone gets here. They just want the cell phone. Nobody wants to know like the history of like Mercedes
mining for fucking for fucking what is
like diamonds, right? Like here's a diamond. This one was made in a lab. $3,000. This one was mined by a fucking Nigerian
11-year-old child with missing one arm.
Yeah. This is 50,000. No, a child took that out of there. That's 50 grand.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Literally every single thing around us. These lights over there. Where do you think they got this shit for those lights? Probably some mine in a shithole country.
Yeah, all the nickel
everything, dude.
Mines are like the dirtiest. Like people are like dying for asphyxiating themselves because they can't fucking breathing in all the shit that they're fucking mining.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like though, you go to Canada and buy a pack of cigarettes. On the pack, it's like a gnarly photo of some like rotted out lungs. That's what they do like in Canada, right? Like you buy cigarettes, Marlboro Lights, and it's got a picture of like shitty, dirty lungs.
Oh, yeah, they do that in like Europe too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Europe. They like so they want people like, oh, you're gonna smoke cigarettes, but this is what
that's gonna deter them.
Didn't deter me. I'm ripping these grits. Right?
I'm here to buy a pack of cigarettes.
I'm here to make my lungs look worse than that, right? But could you imagine if they?
I might look at that picture a little too close as I'm lighting the cigarette.
I'd be like, what do mine look like? Nah, I can quit anytime. Just give me
I have control of this thing.
Just give me a Zimbabwe. But yeah, could you imagine if they like all the iPhone packages, like you got a brand new iPhone, the box is not like the sleek, sexy, all white box. It's just
a
like
6-year-old child covered in fucking.
It's just like a photo of like some warlord chopping off a child's fucking arm, right? He's just got some cobalt in his hand. He's just getting his arm chopped off, like
a little tiny kid that's fingers are only small enough to fit the parts in, like trying to fucking sweating bullets, trying to like solder the pieces together.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That would be that's what they should do. They should start putting.
If they did
everything.
that, would you still buy an iPhone?
Yeah. Because I need a phone, bro. I would still buy it.
What do you think the picture would look like on your flip phone?
Even worse.
It's an 80-year-old person putting it together.
Be like, I don't use iPhones anymore. Do you know what they do to those children? I only use flip phones.
They're getting rid of the boomers. Some boomer put this together.
Just some guy sitting in a house that's worth $1 million that he bought for fucking $27,000, and he's just sitting in his equity
in his garage putting together. He's like, I could do 3 an hour.
He's just surrounded by equity, positive equity, building fucking $30 phones.
It's a mom and pop shop. His wife fucking puts them in the plastic packaging. He puts them together. Imagine.
That's amazing.
Jesus,
that's amazing. Yeah, technology's weird. I got a stoner idea of like a good Black Mirror episode.
Yeah,
a few months ago. So like, you know how everybody
bro, we have so many ideas.
So like,
somebody needs to really pay us for our ideas. Seriously.
So like Devin, she's always not even Devin, but everybody like constant Amazon packages. Everybody just orders shit on Amazon. Everybody's so used to like just ordering things and not having to go anywhere, right? So like, I think of this like a dystopian future. Not even dystopian, but in the future, Black Mirror episode, right? Everybody just sits in their house, right? Like like what it was COVID. Everybody's in their house. Let me order Amazon. Let me order this. Let me order that. But we're in a part of the future where everybody just orders things, right? And like there's a power outage and people just start dying because people don't know how to leave their house. They're like, people are just sitting there like, how do I get milk? I'm like, oh, we have to go to the store and get milk. How do I go to the store?
How do I get there?
How do I get there? And people like are in this have such like anxiety because we live in the future and people have such bad anxiety. I don't know why it does that.
I don't think it liked your idea.
I know. What is it?
I think we have an AI soundboard.
You don't think that's a good idea? Like it's a Black Mirror episode and you're like trying, like people just start.
I feel like that up here because I haven't been up here that long. I don't know anything.
Humanity just dies off because nobody knows how to like actually leave their house and go to the store and get water. They're like,
if my phone didn't work, would I be able to get back here if I left here? Like, you know what I mean? I was like, went for a walk the other day because I don't know anything up here. And I was like, if I didn't have my phone, like, and I like took a wrong turn, would I be able to get myself back? And I'm like, yeah, because I have like a pretty good sense of direction. I think I could. But like, I think about like how like,
I have a good sense of direction too, but I don't
GPSing everything. Remember back in the day, printing out MapQuest fucking notes.
I remember driving to DC from Charlotte to go to my uncle's Marine graduation in the fucking rain, pouring rain, smoking a joint and a cigarette, and I had like 9 pages from MapQuest printed out, and I'm like driving in the rain, with a joint in my mouth, and I'm like,
the turn's coming up,
and I'm flipping,
turn's coming up, white knuckling it.
I'm flipping like 6 miles. All right, look at my odometer. All right, so when it's that, I got to make okay. Well, I'm just like white knuckle looking at paper and like that's, and I never got fucking lost. I remember, and I get to DC, I didn't know where the fuck I was, no map, and I'm like, where am I? And DC's a confusing city to get around if you've never driven in there before, and I'm just like, I just pulled off, went to a random Chinese restaurant. I'm like, how do I get to Georgetown? And they're like, oh, dude. I'm like, okay, no problem. And then like, I just figured out how to get to the hotel in Georgetown without a phone. Now I'm like, I'm half retarded, bro. I put my address in for everything.
Yeah.
Everything where I am because I want to see how long it'll take, maybe an alternate route. But like, yeah, dude, I couldn't. How many times I've been up here? I couldn't get. I guess I could get back, but it would take me a long time.
I was I went on a road trip with a girl I was dating at the time. And I had driven the whole time, and it was like it was like a 15-hour drive, and like I was like, I need to like take a break. I was like, can you drive for like an hour? All you have to do is stay on this road.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, no problem. So I'm like, all right. So I like fall asleep. And we're like 25 minutes later, 30. No, it was probably like 30 minutes later. 30 minutes later, I wake up. We're in Philadelphia. I'm like, why are we in Philadelphia? She's like, oh, you said just to stay on this road. I'm like, we're not even on a highway. Like driving through the street. I yelled at her. She didn't deserve that. I yelled at her really bad. But I was just like, what the fuck? Like, just stay on the highway. That's all you had to do.
People get lost now with GPS. When she plays like co-pilot, I'm like, you have to tell me where we're going.
I didn't. And that was before smartphones. I didn't have a smartphone back then. I might have had a Palm Trio. I don't think you were I don't think you were connecting to the internet with that.
That's not a smartphone. Even when I had like the first iPhone, I wasn't like, no one was putting fucking maps on their iPhone, like navigating with their phone. I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, no. It was MapQuest.
I was just impressed by the quality of boob photos I could take. I'm like, wow, these tit pictures are much better than my razor.
Saving all of those pixelated fucking nudes.
I remember
and you know damn well that those nudes came from a razor.
Yeah.
Every girl had the razor.
I remember driving around my car with the razor one time. My bing went off, and it was like the Christina, the girl I dated, and she had great tits. And it was just a picture of her.
Shout out to you, girl. I hope you're doing well.
I think she's like gained a lot of weight and like married a fat guy now.
She's got to stop naming people.
I don't give a shit. She would leave her husband for me today if I called her, please. Yeah, and I got a picture of her great fucking 21-year-old tits on my razor, and I was like, yeah, fucking razor phone, pixelated boobs. The fuck,
nice.
Ah, the good old days.
The good old days.
I still like a nice boob photo.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Tits are great.
You went out of your way to send me a naked picture.
Who doesn't like tits?
Thanks for. I mean, I could do without them. I'm more of a butt man myself.
I like both.
If I had to pick one, butt or boobs.
No.
You have to pick one.
No, I don't.
I was talking to this girl like before I met Devin, whatever, when I was going through my divorce. She was really nice. And she had probably the best set of like boobs I've ever, like real natural boobs I've ever seen. Like they were amazing. But she had like no ass. I was like, I didn't like that.
We've had this conversation before.
I
You can't have not. I like both.
Like she had an
You can't
ass.
have like one good thing and one nothing. Like you can't. You
But
gotta
like
have
to her
some-
body type, like she was thick.
Yeah.
Not fat, she was thick. She had these great fucking boobs, dude. Like amazing, amazing boobs.
Yeah.
And the ass was just like, oh, that's disappointing. I would rather have had like a big dumper. Like an ass that like her boobs, but as an ass, and then like little no titties up top. I would much rather have. I probably would have kept dating her. Actually,
Yeah, I like both.
I'd like both. I mean, you know, I like a butt. Boobs are like an added bonus, I think.
Yeah.
Because boobs you're born with, a butt you can earn. You know what I mean? You just put the work in.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think on that note, let's cue the calypso.
Do some squats, ladies.
Yeah. Get both.
Shout out to good boobs though.
See you next time.